What's up, y'all? So, I got the keys to a new apartment yesterday, and it's taken me a little bit to acclimate to the market here in New Jersey compared to other places I've lived in, like North Carolina or when I lived in Austin. And it's just incredible, as we all know, how high rents are. And so it took me a little bit to adjust to the market and how much the rent would be for the place that I was getting. And I did a lot of research as the tourist that I am and found a nice place that is up on a hill and by some nature, and there are birds chirping and trees all over the place, and there's a nature path to go walking, and it's fairly close to my mother and stepfather, who I wanted to be 15, 20 minutes away from just to help out now they're getting older. So I got the keys, and I had a part of me that was just very resistant to moving because I'm not thrilled about the place, although I am very grateful because it is a fairly nice place. It's just one of the things that I've learned about myself is that when I move, the one of the ways that I acclimate, one of the ways that I acclimate to moving to a new place is I tend to start focusing on negative little things. And as a tourist, we have a very small comfort zone. And so moving is stepping outside my comfort zone. And eventually I'll acclimate and probably really like the place. But my imagination I start using my imagination in a negative way sometimes and future tripping and focusing on things that may not even happen in the future in a negative way rather than realizing that I'm anxious about moving, I'm a little uncomfortable, and that there'll be some work involved to get settled there and to just be patient with myself. And so now I know that part of me that's going to look for negatives and to realize that this too shall pass, and it's just part of the acclimation process for me. So what I've learned to do is to reach out for help, which is what I did today. I called a friend of mine who I've known for a while, and I just vented a little bit about some of the negatives that I'm concerned about, some of the things that I was wanting in the apartment that aren't there, or just little things. And one of the little things is that I've gotten used to living in a place where I can just go grab a coffee and go for a walk in nature to connect to nature, write a song, maybe practice a song, or just enjoy taking a walk. And I like to get a coffee when I do it. Specifically, I like to get an Americano. That's just one of my things. I like an Americano coffee. I like an espresso. And so at this new place, I'd have to jump in my car and go down the road a bit to get it. I know, real first world problems, but it was one of the things that my mind was hanging on to and not letting go of as to focus on the negatives of acclimating to this new apartment and this new area. And months ago, I realized I could get an espresso machine, and I forgot about that. And so, talking to this friend today, again, getting outside myself, not relying on just my own thinking or when I'm in negative thinking, to reach outside myself and get support and let spirit speak through other people. Let the universe give me some ideas or help ground me by connecting to another human being. And that's what my friend did. She said, "Well, you can get an espresso machine." And I was like, "Oh, I could have had a V8. There you go." And all of a sudden, for some reason, that little creature comfort that she mentioned, that little thing that means a lot to me, all of a sudden it deactivated my trigger. It calmed down the anxiety. It helped me focus on the positives. And it was just something, again, a creature comfort that I wanted in the apartment that I can have. And then I can make an Americano right there, and then I can go for a walk right in the woods and nature right by me. And so it helped a lot. And I don't know if I would have remembered that about that I could buy an espresso machine and have it right there in the apartment if my friend hadn't mentioned that to me and Spirit spoke through her like Spirit did today. So again, just a reminder, well, whatever we're going through, whatever challenge it is, even if we just need to vent or just have an ear, it is so helpful to just call somebody and talk to anybody. Just if you're in pain today, if you're going through a challenging time of your own, if you're future tripping about something and using your imagination in a negative way, I just suggest that you reach out to someone, anyone, and talk about it. So thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment. I'm interested to hear, what do you do when you're going through anxiety or having to acclimate to a new apartment? Take care.